This is how BMW cheats on customers. BMW is accused of cheating its customer. We have some breaking inputs and how this German luxury car maker tricks and cheats the customers. BMW is also currently entangled in a legal battle over specific gadgets allegedly placed in its vehicles. So, without wasting any time, let's get started. Number 5. Emission testing. Nowadays, there has been more focus on the environment. The BMW dispute revolves around a particular emission test that the company appears to be avoiding being open about and discussing further in the specific of the case. These BMW cars are emitting significantly more nitrogen oxide than is legal. But how does a huge brand do that? They make use of low-cost technologies to get around several of the government's pollutions or safety regulations. These low-cost devices were a software that could manipulate the emissions when being tested. They used to reduce pollution levels, but the levels became high when they were back on the road. These software or devices are known as defeat devices. If we could explain it to you, it means that it has led to BMW emitting fewer emissions in its diesel engine. BMW indicated at the time that it was taking this case extremely seriously and was vigorously pursuing clarifications on this problem. BMW believes that this was an error in the software allocations rather than a purposeful manipulations of emissions controls. You know, a major automaker is effectively cheating since there is no other way to explain what they're doing in terms of emissions of their vehicles. How can you get around the emission standards that have been suggested? Can we expect additional fines if these corporations are not regulated? Is there's the way to go? These cars aren't simply filthy at these levels. They also don't meet the requirements to be legally driven on the road, and no one would have bought them if BMW had been honest. BMW preferred to keep its loyal customer in the dark, compelling them to pay the tab for the company's environmental damage unknowingly. According to the sources, BMW attempted to boost sales and increase its shares in the diesel market but found it unable to do so legally. BMW and Bosch, on the other hand, resorted in constructing a fraudulent scheme and conspiracy. The law prohibits any car manufacturer from treating the environment in a manner that is likely to be harmful to the environment, and that should be the way. Number 4. Reliability. BMW is regarded as a prominent brand. Regrettably, there's one area where the maker struggles, and that is reliability. For a long time, BMW and other German automakers have struggled with reliability. It's also one of the most frequent asked questions by clients in the market for a few automobile. If you can't rely on your car to transport you from point A to point B regularly, it may be a significant nuisance that costs a lot of money. Overall, 25% of BMW owners with vehicles less than 3 years old said they had to take them for servicing. Non-engine electrics, car software, lighting, and dashboard displays are all common faults among the vehicles. None of these problems is severe and does not result in a car breakdown. They are, however, so infuriating to owners who have reported concerns that they believe the star rating for new BMW should be simply ordinary. The most common issues was exhaust and emissions, which were reported by 13% of the owners. A recall from BMW for this specific fault affected this figure significantly. A brand's reputation can and does suffer as a result of recalls. However, they don't have a significant negative impact on the brand's reliability score. Owners of recalled vehicles will be inconvenienced without their cars, and the brand's reputations may suffer due to this recall. Number 3. Overrated. Let's face it, every car has its share of problem, and BMW is no different. There have been numerous complaints about failing water pumps, oil leaks, and even transmissions for all of those model lines. And as much as we wish we could tell you that fixing those problems is inexpensive and straightforward, we can't. A routine oil change at BMW shop can cost between $150 and $200, and replacing all 4 tires can cost around $1,000. Depending on which model you have, it could be even more. BMW is on the less comfortable end of the spectrum. Why? Because it appears that to be the ultimate driving machine, you must make all of your automobiles ride stiffy and sporty. We can't say we blame BMW for doing this because sporty driving characteristics are their specialty. Buyers, on the other hand, should be informed of this. After all, a soft, velvety ride and a tomb-like quiet cabin come to mind when we think of German luxury. Any BMW has the latter attribute, but be aware that the ride quality may not be as smooth as you may expect. We believe that owning a BMW is generally overrated, giving the high cost and entry and long-term dependability difficulties with practically any BMW models. Number 2. Controversial advertisement. There are other methods for selling new technologies, and this one may not be the best. BMW is one corporation that accelerated past the hard sell and entered the realm of controversy with an unhealthy zeal. In a new commercial, renowned corporate technologist BMW swears mock older adults, sneer at old BMWs, and try to entice you or perhaps only youngsters into the magical, tech-focused modern future. consumers have been outraged and perplexed by the offensive film, which questions what the automotive powerhouse is trying to achieve by compromising its rich past by criticizing a renowned car that helped solidify the company's very success. However, it has been criticized for sending a crassly arrogant and cool message, prompting several people to vow they would not buy another BMW. Well, how can you do business if you insult your customer base? Maybe BMW has the answer. It's not the first time after making deceptive environmental promises, the advertising standard has banned a BMW commercial. After discovering that the commercials for BMW's electric vehicle contained deceptive environmental promises, the company had it removed. The message appeared in the video was that after years of driving gas-guzzling vehicles, it's time to upgrade to an electric vehicle. This model is a spotless automobile with zero emissions that contributes to environmental protections. The car's manufacturer stated that it was a zero-emissions, clean vehicle. BMW's assertion that the car improves the environment was also false, according to the report. Consumer would interpret the claim as owning and driving the vehicle provided a net environmental benefit over its entire life cycle. That would have been false. We expect better than false advertising from such a renowned brand. Number 1. Overpriced. BMW was once a legendary automaker, an excellent German brand with a long history and a massive collection of vehicles that roam the globe. However, for the Bavarian Motor Works, things have changed. Previous owners have forever tainted due to an emphasis on mass-market cars that do not age well. Sure, they are stylish and possess a certain appeal. However, as you make it rain personal checks at the repair shop, that lovely siren tune will finally strike a sequence of low notes. Even then, they are priced at a very high rate. Isn't that dubious? BMW are well known for their electrical issues, but the problem aren't limited to high-tech gadgets. Even essential items like batteries and power windows might mysteriously cease working. In some of the earlier models, the drainage systems weren't adequately installed, causing water damages to the electrical system. A conspiracy idea is gaining traction, claiming that BMW makes far more money selling maintenance components than selling new automobiles. It's though that something horrible happened to the brand after 2006, as items broke away more often than in previous years, and the cost of parts increased. This statement appears to be supported by numerous mechanics and BMW enthusiasts. These days, the automobiles coming out of Munich aren't what they used to be. The ad has been removed from the internet and must not be seen again in its current form. But it doesn't end here. You must be surprised to know that BMW has been accused of altering its website to conceal fraudulent advertising. When you think of BMW, one of the first things that comes to your mind is that it is a prominent brand considered a luxury and thus pricey. BMW is one of the world's most coveted premium brands, with automobiles that combines power and performance with a sporty flair. They are also stylish, classy, and everything you'd want in a car to make an excellent first impression. But what we gather from the video is that, of course, BMW isn't all sunshine and roses. It is a big brand with excellent marketing, so it is evident that the customers are drawn towards it. But also remember, not every car is terrible. You have to do your research before putting your money into something. Do not get us wrong. It is a fantastic car company that makes high-quality vehicles. Nevertheless, owning one may come with a hefty price tag as well as an unwelcome stigma. You've been given notice from our end. So guys, this is where we take off. If you liked the video, then do subscribe to our channel. In this way, you'll never miss out an update from us. Also share it with your friends. We'll meet you in the following video. Until then, take care and goodbye.